It was a look in her eyes that gave everything away. Not a loud, guilty expression. No, hers was quiet, subtle. Her gaze flicked to the left, then to her phone, then back at me. Then she smiled. We were sitting in the restaurant she had chosen. The one she once said was where she first truly felt love. I always assumed she met with me. That was mistake number 1. Mistake 2? Bringing my best friend along. Mistake 3? Believing the dinner was meant to celebrate me. She leaned in and kissed my cheek. It felt hollow. Just skin on skin, no warmth. A performance, nothing more. Then Lisa, her oldest friend, raised her glass and said, "To growth, to evolving love, to men who embraced a modern woman." Laughter followed, soft and cutting, circling the table like predators. Every smile held a blade. I didn't join in. I wasn't drinking. I was observing, listening, counting breaths, watching eyes. Because 3 weeks earlier, I'd found a photo, not explicit, but damning. Her, wearing his shirt, standing in our kitchen. He'd taken the photo. His reflection showed in the microwave door behind her. They thought I hadn't noticed, that I was still the naive idiot they laughed about over Prosecco. They were mistaken. I gave a quiet nod. That's when the waiters, who weren't waiters at all, made their move. Her wine glass trembled in her hand. The fake smile she wore faded into ash. The photo had been hidden in a private album in her cloud. I hadn't even been snooping. I was syncing our devices because hers had run out of storage. That's how the truth slips out sometimes, by accident, without grace. At first, I tried to justify what I saw. Maybe the shirt was from long ago. Maybe she was alone. Maybe. Then I saw the timestamp. And the messages buried deep under folders labeled Yogan groceries. I can't believe he hasn't figured it out. He's so devoted. It's kind of sad. Let's get through his birthday. Then we'll tell him. His name was Ben. The same Ben who was supposed to give the best toast at my wedding. He cried when I got married, said I deserved nothing but joy. Apparently, that included sharing my wife. When I mentioned that restaurant for my birthday, she was adamant it had sentimental value. What she failed to say was that it marked their 1-year affair anniversary, and every single one of her friends at that table knew. All of them. They helped her cover it up. Lies, distractions, fake errands. I wasn't surrounded by people I loved. I was at the center of an inside joke. But I didn't blow up. I didn't argue or accuse. I gathered. Each week, I found new strands and tugged gently, watching the whole web unravel. Chat logs, GPS tracking, screen recordings, USB backups, a hidden camera in our living room. I saw him touch her, kiss her neck, laugh in my home. I saw him sit on my couch, drink my whiskey like it was his. I saw her look at him in ways she never looked at me, not even once. The worst part wasn't the cheating. It was how effortless it all seemed for them. How natural. How unbothered. She didn't just give her body. She gave her heart, her soul. I stopped sleeping, stopped eating, and started planning. Ben was a lawyer. High-end boutique firm, sleek suits, expensive lifestyle. So, 2 months ago, I anonymously hired his firm to handle fake contracts for a fake business. I let him draft fraudulent affidavits. I waited until he made real mistakes. Now he's facing charges for professional misconduct. As for my wife, her papers were already filed and ready. She just didn't know yet, because I waited until she was surrounded by the very people who used to cheer for me. Waited until they toasted modern relationships. Waited until the perfect moment to pull the curtain down. One of the waiters placed an envelope next to her plate. No explanation, just paper. The second gave Ben a manila folder. The third slid a flash drive in front of Lisa. She opened her mouth to speak, but froze. My wife looked down at the documents. Recognition hit first, then dread, then a wild sort of anger. She didn't know where to aim. Ben's lips moved slowly as he read. Then again, Lisa turned ghostly pale. The table was silent now. "No," my wife whispered. "Please don't do this." But I was already on my feet. Calm, collected, no yelling, no accusations. I leaned in close enough for her to hear me breathe. I've known for months, I said softly. Her hands trembled. No one else would meet my eyes. You weren't just unfaithful, I added. You were lazy, predictable. I turned to Ben. Enjoy losing your license. Then to Lisa, you might want to get ahead of those leaked messages. Companies don't like co-conspirators. And to my wife, I gave her nothing. No sadness, no anger, just silence. That silence said everything. She followed me outside, heels clicking frantically on wet pavement. The rain had started. Her voice was sharp, scared. You planned this? You set us up? She demanded. I said nothing. You think this makes you powerful? Like some kind of avenger? I turned to her. No, I said, it makes me free. She blinked, water and mascara streaking down her cheeks. I was going to tell you. No, I replied. You were going to manage me. She took a shaky breath. I was just a placeholder, I continued. A backup plan with a credit score. That's not true. Then why did all of you raise your glasses to it? She had no answer, so I walked away. And this time, she didn't follow. I didn't go home. That house wasn't a home anymore, just a graveyard of memories. I checked into a hotel. Room service. Blank walls. Windows that didn't remind me of anything. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the grief. It never came, because grief only shows up when something sacred is lost. I hadn't lost anything sacred, only lies. They didn't break me. They exposed me. I'm not the man they thought they could manipulate. I'm colder now, sharper, clearer, and as I close this chapter, I carry forward just one truth.